Hello, friends, and welcome to another session as part of the Launch Your Mastermind Challenge. I want to make sure before we take down all the sessions and the content in here on Wednesday, Australian time, that you have what you need to get moving now, right? I want to make sure that you have a vision about how you can bring together clients and create a great transformation, that you have permission to know that it doesn't have to be some amazing fancy promise that you feel like maybe you're not there yet. You feel like you have to be the best expert or you have to be the guru, right? I want you to give yourself permission to make it easy and to make it simple. And I'd invite you to think, what if it was simple, right? Like, how would that change your ability? Oh, hi, Kathy, you're always on there. Nice to see you too. Hope you're faring well. What if there was an opportunity for you to make it easy? And what if there was an opportunity for you to just be able to get started, even if you weren't the biggest expert? I just got off a call with one of my private clients, actually, and she's creating this, or she has already created this amazing summit, right? And she's getting some of the world's leading experts to come and speak on personal development. And it's super cool. She's jumping back in. She's got a career in real estate, but she's jumping back in. She's done a lot of personal development work, but hasn't really been nurturing her market, right, and her audience, right? She's got a list of only 250 people. She had paid a VA to help her. It was kind of like a marketing. I think they told her they were a marketing expert. Anyone hire people like that before? Oh, yeah, I can do all this stuff for you online, no problem, right? Say hi if you're jumping in and joining us. I've got some stories to tell and some resources to share, so get on board. Hi, Glenda, nice to see you, my love. It's always good to have you here. So she'd hired someone for $2,000 a month to help her do the ads to the summit. Maybe they helped her get the page. The page looked nice, the registration page. And I see this a lot, right? Where people are like, oh, I want to start back up with an offer. So I'm just going to think one step ahead, or I'll do a summit. That'd be a great idea. I've got this content, or I'll do some videos, or I'll do an opt-in. But they're not really thinking, okay, how can I then move people along to a powerful offer that gets some results and sets you up for recurring revenue? Many people are often just thinking of something one-off. She had even mentioned to me early on, well, I could maybe just make some more content in there and make it like $30, $40 a month. And I'm thinking, well, you're about to spend $1,000, $2,000 on ads to get a list of 1,000 people, right? And then you want to charge $30 to $40 a person, but you're not even sure what you're going to offer yet. It's kind of like, we want to make sure that we have strategy there. We want to make sure that, yes, we have a path to traffic. Yes, we have a path to connecting and inspiring and showing up and getting results in advance for that traffic, but we also need to make sure we have a powerful offer that we get these people to, that rewards us for our time and gets them the results that they're looking for and enables us to leverage our time. So we're not just doing private one-on-one sessions and filling up our week with those and having a cap on our income. And we're not just creating some low-priced online course that isn't going to allow us to hit our income goals. So what we're able to even do in that first instance was say, well, hang on, I love the summit. I just want to tweak around the messaging a little bit, because often people are headed in the right direction and you know what you want to share, but the words just might not come together in the way that inspires other people to easily choose it, right? Or it sort of falls a bit flat. So we do want to start with the messaging, okay? We want to make sure your messaging is on point, okay? If you do not have this on point, it will end up costing you a lot of money. So even though she paid this person to do the ads, when I went through and had a look at what was going on with the ads, which is what I do with all my clients, whether they're my private clients or in my mastermind, and at the moment, like I said, in Mastermind Success Secrets, I'm happy to jump into your ads, get them done for you. And so, there's a lot of people out there paying people just to do their ads to mess them up, right? Like $2,000, $3,000, and these people say they're ad experts. They've just done maybe a course, maybe they've learned how to be an ad manager, charge a lot of money, and really they're scrambling around with not enough staff, not enough time to really dive in, understand the messaging, understand who the people are that they need to attract so that there's a nice fit and that conversion makes sense, right? And so they put up these ads. These ones I found she was targeting, the person who'd set them up was targeting Turkey, people in Turkey. So yes, that might look like you got cheap clicks, but you're getting, and there's nothing wrong with people from Turkey, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be like, but you're probably seeing in terms of who you want to be selling to or who you're going to be selling to, they may need to be investing, 497, 997, 2,000, 3,000, 15,000, 20,000, whatever it might be. You need to make sure that you're building an audience of people who have the capacity, they have the immediate need for what you're offering, and that the connection makes sense, right? Like maybe those people aren't really even speaking English that much or whatever. I'm not saying people in Turkey don't speak English, but you want to go where you've got the least friction, okay? The beautiful thing is with having an online business now is that we can go global. I'm down here in Melbourne, Australia today, right? Like if we were going to fly together and you're in the States, if I was going to fly to you, which that would be pretty hard right now, but if I was, it's going to take me at least 15 hours to fly to LA direct from Melbourne, right? So I am a long way away, but I have a lot of beautiful American clients, UK clients. I've had client in Spain, France, where else? Obviously New Zealand. That's not that far away. It's almost like our country. People who've been living in Bali, wherever it might be. I have this ability to get outside of my local area. So especially now, if I was relying on going to, B&I events or networking breakfasts, or down here we have business chicks, right? A business chicks event, right? I can't do that right now. All of those opportunities have just been snatched away. But I have Facebook, right? I have an ability to have a group here. I can share some great content with you. If it makes sense for you to go deeper and work together, then beautiful, no problem. Like you've got the opportunity to do that in Mastermind Success Secrets. At the moment, I'm offering that at $750 a month for 12 months, okay? So you get the chance to dive in, work with me, have me by your side for the next 12 months, and make sure that you have your message dialed in. Make sure that you have your lead generation happening. You know with certainty what your offer is and how to price it to get recurring income. Don't get too caught up in a mastermind. Some people say to me, but I don't really want to create a mastermind. But do you want to create a leveraged, results-focused offer to your list and have conversion events that bring in more clients each and every month? Then we need to talk, right? So that's pretty much what a mastermind is. Don't get too hung up in the semantics. You might have it as more as a consulting offer or a private consulting offer if you want. That's no problem. We'll look at the packaging and making sure that we have that leverage for you. Okay, back to the client that I was talking about. So, she paid someone to do the ads. They were like, some of the ads I worked out were $54 an email sign, a summit registration. So I just said, look, before we chat, I think we need to make some changes on the registration page. But before we do that, I'll just tweak some targeting and some copy in the ads, and let's just see where that lands. I said, expect to pay about $3 a registration. I think in personal development, that should be about what you'd be looking at the moment. But let's check it out. Her page did look good. It just had a few little broad things. So I took a couple of angles from what I saw of what she had and made sure that was just going to be a bit punchier. And lo and behold, we've got on average $1.30 registrations. That's over the last 4 days that's held. And now I'll just start scaling that out to other targets, right? But what we're seeing is she was getting $1.20 a land. So the person doing the ads was optimizing them for views and just traffic, not conversion. So Facebook are just dumping a whole lot of traffic there, and that's fine. But it was still costing $1.20 just to get a view on the page. That means, sure, you could track them with a pixel and retarget them, but you've got no email, you've got no commitment to show up for said event, whether that be a webinar, or in this case, a summit, or a download, or a video series, or a live workshop, right? So what my aim is to do is to find out for you what one of those next steps makes sense, okay? And if you already have a path in place, we can already get you back on track and saving you a whole lot of disappointment. She was about to tanked that whole launch, really, by having the wrong person in her corner and not being able to work out, right, what was my message to market? What is my offer? How am I going to convert that? Okay, I love that she was taking action, but I need to make sure that you're going to be on track with your offers. Now more than ever, we're not playing around, right? The economy is not in a great place, and it's not going to be in a great place for a long time. Does that mean everything has to stop? Does that mean you have to retreat? No, it means we have to keep going, but we have to really dial in what we're doing and make sure we're on track, because maybe what we were doing before isn't necessarily going to fly anymore, and maybe what we were planning on doing, we're not quite sure that we've got the strategy in place, right? So, oh God, I think my internet connection might be a bit dodgy, so hopefully it doesn't go too bad. So I want to make sure that you have the right strategy in place. If you want to check that with me, then book in for a call, victoriagibson.com/call, or DM me if you want to talk further, that's fine. This offer of being able to really dive in and give you more hands-on help on with your ads is until Wednesday Aussie time, okay? So the pricing and the offer disappear on Wednesday, as do all the videos. So if you haven't watched the 5 sessions, I know I had a few tech hiccups with some of them with this internet. Hopefully I'm getting that sorted out. If you haven't filled in your workbook, make sure you print that off. victoriagibson.com/workbook. Print your workbook. Go to the units, go through each and every one of the videos. You're bound to get at least one, hopefully more than one, right? Watch 5 videos for one great tip. But I'm just giving more than tips. I'm giving you overall structure in the way that you can be seeing your offers and the way that you can be attracting people to you that to convert, and you can show up and serve. Like I said, not just for you to make sure that you're not frittering your money away right now. You've got to get on point. You need to make your marketing work. You need to be attracting clients. You could be saying, but I don't want to make offers right now. That's fine. If you are overwhelmed, if you are scared, and if you just cannot see your way past that, then this is not the time for you to be making offers. Go and retreat and do what you need to do. There'll be a lot of people retreating, which does allow the market to open up for those who do want to show up and serve. I'm not here to tell you to show up and serve if you're not in the right headspace to do that right now. If things feel too out of control, your kids are at home driving you crazy, and you cannot see the light at the end of the tunnel, this isn't the next step for you. It is the next step for you if you're ready to get the help, if you're ready to shortcut all the faffing around you have been doing while you've been trying to figure this out. Then Mastermind Success Secrets is for you, because I will take you by the hand. I'm not going to outsource you to another coach. You get access to me. You get my eyes on your campaigns. You get me strategizing with what you really need to do to make it work. Does it work all the time straight out of the gate? No, this isn't like to snap your fingers and poof, it works straight away. Sometimes it does. Like I said, with the other client, we just tweak the ads and it's like, great, fantastic, we can start getting people into the summit. She was going to do these other things. Anyway, we've pulled it all back, right? And this is what I do with my clients in Mastermind Success Secrets too. It is like working with me privately, because you get private coaching in a group setting each and every week, right? So you get to ask as many questions as you like. Access to me if you need to DM me, whatever. It's all fine, okay? I've been doing this in the online space for a decade, and I've been running my mastermind since 2013. So there's not many questions that you could ask that I won't be able to answer. Now, the other thing I was even saying the other day about, people getting burnt from investing in programs. And even Kathy, I see you there, that you hire your expert and, she wants to do quizzes and all this kind of stuff. It's like, great. Tactics are great, but at the moment you need a robust strategy, right? Not you, Kathy, because we've got you covered. But, if you're out there and you've got, a few little launches that you've done, you've got a cheap online course. By cheap, I mean under, $500, and that's your only offer, then you're going to struggle in this market, because what people are looking for are deeper solutions. And in order to give them deeper solutions, you've got to be showing up with a beautiful strategy that gets them results. You've got to get frameworks that get results. Sure, you can't be 100% responsible for their results. This is a collaboration. So many people shrink back because they're so scared they can't get results. Well, you shouldn't even be in business if you don't think you can get results, right? It might just be that you have been attracting the wrong people and you've been charging way too little, right? Who here has sold a course for like, and trust me, I've got courses that are like $47 if you want to learn how to do Facebook ads. Will you be overly successful by paying $47 to learn Facebook ads? No, but you're going to get an okay overview. But I can't promise then you're going to run ads that are going to be powerful. And they're going to convert. You're going to know what to do when they work for a little while and then don't work, right? But when you join Mastermind Success Secrets, you come in, you still have access to that video framework to get the basics. I set you up with your ads to start with, making sure that they're aligned with the message to market that we go through in the Mastermind Success Secrets program. We make sure we have a pathway for your funnel. Okay, and I'm able to step you through that time. It's not $47; it's $750 a month. But guess what? You have the chance to, even with one offer, if you start providing an offer to your clients that's more valuable, and that will depend. I don't have a cookie cutter approach. I'm not going to tell you now that everyone should charge XYZ. It will vary for every person. So if you want more information on that, reach out and ask me. Right? But when you're showing up with valuable offers that people need to invest in, and I'm not saying we do high ticket for high ticket's sake. We don't. We talk about high value and we talk about bigger chance for results and a better chance for results, okay? And then your people are committed. They're showing up, right? They're not just chucking you $97 and forgetting they bought what they bought, or they're not doing a beta round for free so you can get a testimonial. Because guess what crap testimonial you get from that? Because they will not finish it because they're not committed. They don't value it. They don't care enough. And likely you might not, this might be tough to say, but likely you probably don't care that much either because they are not buying a lot of your time at $47 or $97 or $27 a month, right? And it will start to give you the shits. If you have a few clients coming in at a low price every month and they're really demanding, you're going to start to be out of alignment with the value and the results that you want to create and the ones that you are creating in your business. Okay, this happens time and time again. I know it's out there. It may not be with you, and that's fine. But I see it time and time again. Or I see people stepping back going, well, I couldn't offer a mastermind because I'm not the biggest expert in that. I couldn't. And then I go, well, hang on a minute. Like the woman that I was just speaking about, she's certified in the values determination work that John Demartini does, which by all accounts, I haven't done it myself, but by all accounts is amazing transformational work to understand your highest value. So when I went there and I saw something kind of light up in her, I was like, hang on a minute, let's talk about that and how you help people with that in your private coaching work. She said, well, I help them determine their highest value so then they can align everything they do with that highest value, start living more in purpose, have more connection, clarity to where they want to go. They stop procrastinating, they stop failing, they start succeeding, right? And I'm like, well, that sounded so in flow and succinct. I don't know why you're giving me this other program that's called, Empowered Living, right? Like that's too broad. I want you to give me something that can help me with my immediate needs, something that is clear and simple. And you know where she went the next step? She wanted to go to add more to it and go, and then I can add this, and then I can talk about relationships, and then I could do an interview. I said, stop. It is like Coco Chanel. Like look in the mirror before you go out and take one thing off. With online course creation and programs, you need to often take 20 things off. There is too much. It's too overwhelming. I'm guilty of doing this myself, so I get it. Because deep down, it's really just a fear that we're not going to be seen as enough, that people are going to feel like they didn't get what they paid for or they're not going to get the results. But in truth, by you adding too much, you're detracting from the opportunity for them to get a really clear and lasting result and feel like they can do it. All right. So I want to make sure that you are not cramming too much in. So by charging more for a more significant result, for a curated group of like-minded people, for a longer term program to ensure that you can move with them through the transformation, right? You're creating an opportunity for them to commit, to show up, to see that it's possible and have the confidence in their results, okay? They're not just buying something and they'll forget about it. I mean, even did that last week. I buy things and I'm like, I really want to do that, but it's just an online course, right? Of course I get sucked in and buy it, but read the sales page and get excited and buy it. But then I've got no reason to come back to it because it was a cheap online only program that, the person who created it I'm sure they care if I do it and that I like it, but it's not obviously as important for them because they're not following up with me, or we're not having an opportunity to really connect in and get the transformation. So really, when I'm talking about masterminds, I'm talking about the opportunity for you to really see, know, and love your clients. And isn't that now more important than ever? Us understanding what they need, showing up to serve, and feeling in alignment with that too, that we can help be getting them results that they've invested in. So I know I go off on tangents, and I was talking about, people being disappointed in buying a program. Yeah, I know you probably have been. I have been too, trust me. I get it. But when you do your due diligence, the sort of things you want to look for when you're looking at a program is this going to solve an immediate need? Does the person that I'm investing with know how to do what I need to have happen? Are they going to be accessible and help me if I don't just do one linear path to my success? If I get stuck, can I ask them for help? If I have a new idea, can I flesh that out with them and have a process to move through stuff to get into action, to make sure that I get that transformation? Have other people worked with that person and got results too? So if you go to victoriagibson.com/program, you'll see a list of people who have worked with me in Mastermind Success Secrets and the results that they've got, okay? If there's more information you need on that, then just let me know. I get it. You might want to have a conversation. I welcome that. Just book one in. It is totally, absolutely welcomed. You'll be talking to me. It's not a sales call. It is a determination diagnosis call. Is this a fit? If it's not, it is no problem. It's no problem at all, because like I'm saying to you right now, if you're scared about creating offers and opportunities, even before in a better market and where the economy was going gangbusters I guess it hasn't been really for the last year, really. We've probably been leading up to this a little bit, but it was still doing a whole lot better than it's doing now. Even then, you couldn't show up and serve everybody who was there to benefit from your transformation. So I'm all about, we don't have to go out to the masses. We're carefully curating a small number of clients. Like I said in session 5, you only need 2 to 5 new clients a month to get a great monthly recurring revenue of 5 to 10 grand, right? What would that do right now for you and your family? Be thinking about that and being able to set that up. The thing is, you don't need large numbers of people. So sure, some people are going to fall out of the market. Some people will not have money to invest. That is the facts of life in a recession, okay? Some people are going to be distracted. Like I said before, if that's you and you cannot show up and commit and it's not the right time, I honor that, because everyone's got to move through this. Is that we can't ignore the pandemic, right? It is influencing absolutely everything that we do, say, know, be right now. That doesn't mean we can't still be showing up to provide value, showing up to serve, showing up with what we've always had. In fact, we're luckier than ever because we get the chance to do it. Some people have had that opportunity completely taken away from them and they have no safety net, okay? So if it means a pivot, then fine, we'll pivot. I'll work with you on that to make sure that happens. But mostly if you're showing up online, you generally won't even have to kind of pivot. Like, you've got this beautiful access to audience. We've got more eyeballs and attention than ever online right now because everybody's at home, okay? So I just wanted to come in and share those things, like, don't overcomplicate your offer. You can get started. Make sure you go through the workbook and the sessions in the units, the 5 sessions. I want you to, go away with that so that you can start working on your offer now, okay? So I want to make sure you have the right mastermind and marketing message. Even if you don't want to go for a mastermind right now, I want you to be looking at your message to market. I want you to be utilizing lead generation on Facebook so you have the ability to build your audience and create offers for them. Now is not the time to shrink back unless you absolutely cannot cope with what's going on, and I totally honor that. So, but if you're looking for that next step, if you're looking for more certainty and confidence, then now is the time to go through those videos before they come down on Wednesday. Reach out to me if you want to sanity check your offer, or you're looking for the kind of support that you will be supported throughout the next 12 months. Because guess what? I looked at an economic forecast my girlfriend, this is Australia, so it might be a little bit different for America, because I think, we're sitting pretty well in, oh, hang on, I've got to decline that. We're sitting pretty well in terms of the pandemic at the moment. Like, everything's bad for everywhere, I get that, but our stats aren't too bad. But even looking at the economy there, and look, next 2 weeks will definitely tell that they'll give us what we need to know. Where did she send me that? Hang on. I got this about percentages of what would and wouldn't happen. Oh, golly gosh, where is it? I thought it was quite, here it is. Okay, so this is a professor of economics in Australia. So the Americans, your situation will likely be different, okay, but there'll be probably some things that are the same. So it says what's likely to happen. The health crisis and associated restrictions on movement activities, which is causing the economic crisis, will most likely end in July, August. So that's a 55% probability. Now, that's not overwhelming, right? 55% chance for us here in Australia that the health crisis will end. Okay, so you could be sitting here and going, okay, well, oh my God, everything, that's it. I've got to go and do X, Y, Z, and I'm over, right? And then come July or August, you think how quickly the year goes? It's insane. Okay, you could, in that lead up to July, August, be preparing everything, because this takes a bit of time to get in place. You could be investing, using that time, using the fact that you're not going to be distracted going out of the house, right, to actually build something that's going to pay you again and again, okay? It said it may, however, go to October, November. Still, Christmas comes so quickly. It's crazy. I'm not saying it's going to be an easy time going through the health crisis at all, and I don't want to play that down. And the economic impacts, a lot of people have already lost their jobs. A lot of people are already asking for assistance here and in America. I'm not trying to gloss over that. But what we're also seeing is that 25% probability to October, November versus 55% to July, August, okay? Yes, the health crisis is over, but we are going to be in a recession, right? But that doesn't mean people don't buy it. Doesn't mean we can't still show up and serve, okay? So a pessimistic scenario is the October. That's only 25%. It may end earlier in May, June, 20% probability for an optimistic scenario. So the regular scenario, July, August, that's really not that far away. And it says Australia will not simply bounce back or return to business as usual, as China appears to have done. We will enter into a recession, something we've not seen for more than 2 decades, and this will become official at the end of the March quarter when the figures become available in late April and May. The breaking news will be everywhere. Recession, 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 right? That is going to be the word that's bandied around, and that is going to create a highly emotional reaction on the stock market. Okay, so we're not going to see the stock market suddenly start coming up again. But what I love about having an online business is it is like your investment in being able to bring those returns. I remember when Facebook floated their IPO in America, I wanted to buy Facebook shares, and I should have done that. I think that was in about 2011. I should have totally bought those, or 2012. I can't remember when they floated. But I thought to myself, do you know what? I'm already investing in building my business. I'm already investing in Facebook. Facebook is my investment, right, for my livelihood, my future. And even though I don't have shares, my business has given me so much more return than I ever could have imagined, okay? So yes, sometimes you need to invest in your business financially as well as time, energy, and emotion. I'm not here to say it's easy. When you're starting off, things seem hard. But when you master the elements and you get the strategy right and you've got someone in your corner to shortcut some of the success, it's going to give you more returns than any stock market can, particularly right now. As it says, the stock market ain't bouncing back anytime soon, okay? The jobs market is going to be highly contracted with a lot of people losing their jobs, right? So you just getting a job isn't necessarily an option either, okay? So why don't you think about your insurance policy and making sure that you're not shrinking back and retreating? Says the June quarter will be down further, blah, 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 blah. Okay, this is likely to be a relatively deep but short recession. It will not be a depression. So this is Australia. I don't know if this is the case elsewhere. Unemployment is only likely to reach 6 to 7%, or in a pessimistic scenario may reach 10%. Okay, almost double the number it is today, but will not get to the 25 to 30% of a depression. Okay, that's as a consequence of the stimulus package. So don't forget, even though there will be jobs lost, There's stimulus out there, yes, and there's banks like resting payments on things, and there's going to be access to credit. It's not like the GFC, okay? I'm not saying that was not incredibly tough for people, but there's these things that we've got to put everything in perspective rather than running for the hills and sticking our head in the sand and retreating, okay? Because all that means is that come July next year, you have wasted the opportunity to get yourself in the best position possible. Okay, it says okay, stimulus packages will result in massive government deficit. Of course, it just says, but even if that deficit number is $200 billion for us, the repayment obligation at 1% is only $2 billion per annum, which is chicken feed, in his words. Okay. 2 billion per annum doesn't sound like chicken, but he thinks it's chicken feed. Okay, I'm just giving you an economist's idea on this. Interest rates are likely to get to 0% by the 30th of June. That's a 60% probability. So people are spending a lot less. You remember, like with the, well, you might not remember because you might be really young, but I mean, I remember this happened. I was in 87. Well, I was 13, right? But I remember that interest rates were like 20-something% on housing mortgages. Imagine when the economy's stressed and things like that happen. We don't have that issue now as well, okay? And it just says liquidity starvation for smaller businesses is unlikely to be a major issue because banks are going to be heavily restricted in their ability to foreclose or remove facilities, which is something that they saw in the GFC. So we've got there's some positivity there. Yeah, sure. There's going to be some, big, well, we're already seeing big consequences of big actions, but it doesn't mean that people aren't investing at all. Yes, that is going to change. It's going to shift. Money shifts hands. Things that maybe were needed and aren't needed now. You need to show up and validate your message, validate that transformation, and make sure that you're meeting an immediate need. You need to create something beyond just your message, which really is about your mastermind, being able to create that confidence and connection and community to get people through their transformation. And we are in the best place to do it because we've already been doing that virtually, right? You're just going to show up and be doing more of it. So I hope that gives you a bit more insight into, just what's at play. And if I'm here to talk with you. If you want to chat more about Mastermind Success Secrets, then go to victoriagibson.com/call. But do make sure you work through the content that we've had for the Launch Your Mastermind Challenge. I'd love to hear what you've been thinking, what you've been creating. I've already seen some posts and ideas for pricing, positioning, and packaging. I know it's easy to get stuck on some of those big things. They're the elements that we work through in the program, but I'm also happy to brainstorm ideas with you and point you in the right direction. And I'm here to answer any questions and help you through. So it's been great to have you here. Thanks for liking and commenting and getting involved in the posts. It makes it a whole lot more fun for me to be able to show up and serve here. So enjoy the rest of your evening or day, and I will see you. Tomorrow I'm on at 12. I think it's 12. 12. One of my clients is coming on. I'm going to do a live with her. She's actually, rather than creating just a mastermind, she's done a little bit more of repackaging her online course into a higher level program where she was still doing some one-on-one. So if that's something that you'd like to look towards, then look out for that tomorrow. And I'm working on doing another session for Wednesday as well. If there's something else you want me to cover or you feel like was missing, just post it in this post and let me know. I'm happy to kind of do trainings on whatever you're looking for. Okay, guys, take care. Bye.